Hey guys, it's Craig. I'm excited. I have here the new HomePod Minis, white and in black. Let's get these open, talk about what you get, and hear how they sound. These are Apple's first new smart speakers in over 2 years and would be considered their budget option. I'm excited for these because HomeKit and Shortcuts and the HomePods are showing more potential with their new features. Don't worry, my Echo peeps, I'm not leaving Team Echo, but I can't be tied to just one assistant. I have to use them all. That's what I do here. Now, this isn't a review that will be coming later. I will also have a video that I think people will want to see. How does the HomePod Mini stack up against the Echo Dot, the Nest Audio, and the Nest Mini? You can find links to videos on those new Echoes and the Nest Audio in the description. The new HomePod Mini is $99 and available in the black or the white. And like Amazon, Apple has gone with that sphere design. I'm not a huge fan with Amazon and Apple choice to go with a sphere shape, but like I said in my Amazon Echo Dot videos, I like the sphere in the smaller dot size. I don't like the full-size Echo as a sphere. Enough talk. Let's open these up. HomePod Mini in white. Not much to see. What are you doing, Apple? Where's my pull tab? Come on, Apple. I'm using a knife on one of your products. The required crinkling of stuff for an unboxing. Wow. That just kept going. Here it is, HomePod Mini. We'll get to this in a minute. Piece of cardboard. Power brick. That's right, it's coming with the 20 watt brick. I don't know if it's the same one that Apple's selling with their MagSafe chargers, but apparently if you use an 18 watt brick in place of this 20, it's not gonna work. We got some instructions, paperwork, the usual there, and one Apple sticker. And it's on like a little, oh, it's built into the little cardboard. And there's the Apple sticker in here. So Apple uses a braided cord before we get into the HomePod. It's a nice braided cord and it ends in a USB-C. So you could put it into the 20 watt brick. There are people that have complained that this is hardwired in. I didn't mind on the previous Echo that it was hardwired in because it ended in a plug. So it made for a just smaller cord to deal with. But now that it has a brick that it has to go to, then it should just unplug, plop, in case that breaks or anything. But anyways, here's the HomePod, very similar to the original HomePod, same design. Here it is next to the Echo Dot, and they're both about the same size. They're taking different sound approaches, this with a front-firing design, and this with a down-firing speaker. I'll power this up in a minute, but let's just open the other one. Always has this like suction thing with their boxes. Here's the black one, again, in the bottom, paperwork, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to see that. One thing I do appreciate right off the bat here, and it's something that people have complained about with the Echoes, is that the black Echoes come with a white cord, and it's, you know, cost-saving measure. Just go with all white, no matter what color they are. This has a black one. While this does power up, just some specs, so if you want some size comparisons, this is 3.3 inches high by 3.9 inches wide, and I showed you it next to the Echo Dot right there. Ooh, big things are happening. There it is, HomePod Mini popping up on my screen. Setup. This is going to be an office. Personal requests. So you can use Siri or the HomePod to access your messages, reminders, counters, events, and more when this iPhone is nearby and your voice is recognized. It'll recognize each person in the family. Apple's always cool with their little flashiness. Apple makes it so easy to set up their stuff. As we're waiting for this to set up, you see on top there's the plus and minus for the volumes, and then we got the little glow of the display there. And if you touch in the middle, it's a play and pause button. And while this one sets up, the design, I didn't like the idea of the round design when I first saw it, but I know There's people that are going to say you're only saying this because you're an Apple sheep. If it wasn't for Apple doing it, you would hate it. But I think Apple's sphere design is better. Although it looks like a ball, it looks less like a ball with the top cut off of it. But you look at these two, at least just trimming off the top of the circle just gives it less of that ball feel. The white one does look like it's some kind of candle to me. Apple said during the HomePod Mini keynote that they wanted to deliver amazing sound and an intelligent assistant that could help the brain of the smart home and have privacy and security at the forefront. Let's look at those things, but we'll leave sound for the end. Now let's talk about the intelligent part. Siri, intelligent. Siri is awesome and the best. But really, the HomePod Mini can serve as a brain/hub for your smart home. To use HomeKit away from the house, you need one of these devices to be the hub for your smart home. A Apple TV, a regular HomePod, an iPad, and now the HomePod Mini. This would be the cheapest device to get into HomeKit and really take advantage of it. Now, Apple wants to bring security and privacy to the forefront with these. Apple says nothing is recorded unless Siri is said. Recordings are not saved with an Apple ID, and you can always opt out of recordings. Now the sound, the thing we all want to know about. This is my first time hearing it. So far the reviews have been good on it. I'm excited to check it out. Let's just grab something. I'm gonna use handoff and just pass it off to a speaker.
Face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am.
Right now, my initial thoughts is that there's good bass out of a little speaker. I really want to do a side-by-side with these. I'm not going to do it in this video, but there's good bass out of this thing. It's not bass you feel, but it's bass you hear. So it's hitting the tones, you just don't feel it. The highs seem really crisp and clean, and you definitely 360 audio no matter how I turn it.
Going places makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking.
That sounds really good. I'm gonna start working on this video in the next day or two comparing the sound. Something I wanna try real quick is to put these in a stereo pair. I go into my home app and I put them in the same room and it says use as a stereo pair. To create a stereo pair, group this HomePod with the second one. So use it as a pair. Now while that sets up for this speaker, Apple went with a full range dynamic driver, basically a single down-firing speaker that shoots the sound into a cone and spreads it out the side. Now for bass, Apple uses a high excursion force canceling passive radiator. What that means is that a bass radiator is basically a speaker that is powered by air pressure from another speaker. There's one speaker firing down and the air pressure from that speaker vibrates the radiators and produces more bass. It's really a brilliant thing. For processing, it has the same S5 processor as the Apple Watch Series 5. The HomePod Mini uses that processor for computational audio. What it does is it analyzes the music, and Apple uses tuning models in real time to give you the best sound. So they are a pair. Let's
Smoke is in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see that.
wow, that's a very full sound. I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. Now for music, you can stream across multiple HomePods at the same time. Apple makes it easy to add in HomePods to existing music. So if I did have one HomePod playing a song, I can ask to have the other added in, or I can actually move the music over to it. Now this is something that Amazon still hasn't nailed. Google Audio is doing the same thing with handing music off or adding devices to music that's already playing with their new Nest Audio. If you have two in the same room, they'll automatically become a stereo pair, like what I just did. Another big thing with these is they have the new U1 chip in them. Apple says a U1 equipped device can tell its exact location relative to other U1 devices. So if you have a newer iPhone or an Apple Watch, it will have a UI chip. The HomePod Mini will know with high precision when your phone or watch is nearby. If you bring your phone nearby, you'll get a visual effect when the phone is near the HomePod. Now imagine the automations that could be triggered by walking through your house and into rooms with HomePod Minis in them and the phone in your pocket or your watch on. Now using the HomePod Mini, it does all the normal things you would expect from a smart speaker and one that uses Siri. You can stream Apple Music and podcasts. You're also able to stream radio with iHeartRadio, radio.com, and TuneIn. Pandora and Amazon Music are supposed to be coming soon, but unfortunately there is no third-party support for Spotify and other services. With those, you can use handoff, which is a great feature where you tap the phone to the HomePod and it moves the sound over. I've covered that in some of my other HomePod videos you can find down below. Now the HomePod and Siri integration with an iPhone is great. You can use Siri for calendar events, reminders, notes, messages, calls, and more. Siri can recognize everyone in the house for a personalized experience. This works well with music and family accounts. People ask me all the time how to get other family members' accounts playing on their Echoes. And I have to tell them that you can. It just doesn't do that. A couple other features of the HomePod. You have Apple Shortcut integration across all of your Apple devices. HomePods now have a new intercom feature that can make announcement to all of your family's devices, which is not anything new from what Google and Amazon are doing. The thing that is cool is that these announcements will show up on the watch and they'll show up on all your family's devices. My initial impressions are it's so small, it's cute, and it sounds really good for something this small. I like that this is out on the market as someone who sees the potential for the HomePod and HomeKit. I hope more people try it out and get to experience it because competition's great for the smart home. The companies all end up stealing from each other the great ideas. I'm gonna continue using this and follow up with a full review. I'll also have the sound comparison video soon, so if you have one of these other devices, you can see where this kind of falls in line. I like it so far, and not just because it's Apple. I'm excited because HomeKit and Shortcuts bring things that other assistants can't. If you're an Apple user and you're curious about the HomePod Mini, I encourage you to try it out and see how it works into your Apple world and with your phone and your apps that you use. And if you don't like it, you could always return it. So what are your thoughts on the HomePod Mini? Are you thinking about getting one? Next, make sure to check out this video over here to learn more about what you can do with a HomePod. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Bye.